For over a decade, the 2.7-liter EcoBoost has been one of the quiet workhorses of the entire F-150 lineup. Millions sold, a reputation built over years, the engine so many F-150 owners have under their hood right now. Ford just killed it, not phased it out slowly, not waited for the next full redesign like everyone expected. They pulled the plug on it a full year early and replaced it with something nobody was ready for. Today, we're breaking down exactly what Ford did, why they did it now instead of waiting, and what it means if you're planning to buy an F-150 in 2027. Let's start with what actually happened, because this caught even people who follow Ford closely off guard. Ford has run on a predictable rhythm with the F-150 for years. A full redesign roughly every 6 years, a mid-cycle refresh every 3. The current generation launched in 2021, got refreshed in 2024, which put everyone's expectations squarely on a complete overhaul arriving for 2027. New platform, new generation, the whole package. That redesign is still coming. Just not in 2027. It's been pushed to 2028, largely due to tariff pressure and a fire at a major aluminum supplier that disrupted Ford's production planning across multiple vehicle lines. Here's the part that qualifies as genuinely unthinkable. Even with the full redesign delayed a year, Ford didn't just leave the F-150 alone and wait. Instead, they reached into the order guide and pulled forward a change that was supposed to be locked to that 2028 redesign, a full year ahead of schedule. The 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6 has officially been deleted from the order guide. In its place, a brand new 3.0-liter EcoBoost V6 listed under option code 99C. An engine architecture originally planned for the next-generation truck is now showing up a full model year early, on a platform that isn't even getting redesigned yet. Think about how unusual that actually is. Automakers typically bundle major powertrain changes together with full redesigns. New platform, new engine, new everything, all launching at once as one complete package. Ford just broke that pattern entirely. They're dropping a next-generation engine into a current-generation truck, creating this strange in-between model year that's neither a true carryover nor a true redesign. So why would Ford do something this unconventional? The most likely explanation comes down to supplier contracts. Ford had already locked in agreements to ramp up production of this new 3.0-liter engine for the 2028 redesign. Once those supplier deals were in motion, the tooling was being built, and the production lines were being prepared. Canceling or pausing all of that for an extra year wasn't a simple decision. It was likely more disruptive and more expensive to sit on a finished engine for 12 months than to just launch it early into the current truck. If that sounds familiar, it's because it's happened before. A nearly identical situation played out with the Nissan Frontier a few years back. A new engine architecture landed a full year ahead of that truck's redesign, for almost the exact same supply chain reasons. Now, why does killing the 2.7-liter specifically matter so much? Because this wasn't some minor, low-volume engine option. This has been one of the most common engines in the entire F-150 lineup for years, powering everything from work-focused XL trims to mid-range XLT and Lariat builds. And if you watched our breakdown on the EcoBoost intake valve recall, you already know this engine family hasn't had a spotless reliability record. A completely new architecture isn't just a spec sheet update. It's Ford's chance to build a cleaner engine from the ground up, using over a decade of real-world 2.7-liter data to inform what comes next. But Ford didn't stop at the engine. This same order guide revealed a broader shakeup happening across the entire F-150 lineup. A new, lower-content Tremor equipment group is being added underneath the existing trim, opening up that off-road package to buyers who couldn't quite justify the price before. Reports also point to a more affordable Raptor configuration joining the lineup. At the same time, Ford is cutting several equipment groups entirely, tightening which configurations are available on certain Lariat builds, and rolling out factory discounts on specific trucks. Put all of that together, and this isn't a random handful of changes. This is Ford deliberately restructuring the F-150's entire value ladder. A new engine architecture, cheaper entry points into their most desirable trims, and a leaner overall lineup. one full year before the platform underneath it gets rebuilt from scratch. So here's what this really tells us. Everyone was expecting 2027 to be a quiet holding pattern before the real redesign landed in 2028. Instead, Ford turned it into a proving ground, testing a brand new engine architecture and reworking their entire pricing strategy on a platform they already know inside and out, de-risking two major changes before stacking a brand new chassis on top of them next year. That's not Ford falling behind. That's Ford being unusually calculated. And it's exactly the kind of move that goes unnoticed by most buyers until they're standing on a dealership lot wondering why the engine specs look completely different from what they expected. The headline act is the brand new 3.0-liter EcoBoost V6, and it's a bigger deal than most people are giving it credit for. Why? Because it's replacing the 2.7-liter EcoBoost, an engine that has been a workhorse of the F-150 family since the 2015 model year. That's over a decade of proven durability, countless fleet miles, and a loyal following of owners who swore by its surprising towing chops and everyday drivability. Ford isn't retiring that engine lightly. The 3.0-liter isn't just a bored-out parts bin special. It's a clean sheet design with revised turbos, a new air-to-water intercooler setup, and internal metallurgy borrowed from the 7.3-liter Godzilla V8 program. Early power estimates peg it at roughly 400 horsepower and 440 lb-ft of torque, which puts it squarely between the old 2.7, 325 HP and 400 lb-ft, and the 5.0-liter Coyote V8, 400 HP, 410 lb-ft. In plain English, you're getting V8 equivalent muscle with a smaller displacement and, hopefully, better real-world fuel economy. Though we'll reserve judgment until we see real dash numbers. But here's where it gets strategic. Ford isn't just swapping engines for fun. They're using this new 3.0 lighter to flatten the trim hierarchy and make the off-road trims more accessible. For 2027, the Tremor, previously a mid to upper-tier luxury off-road hybrid, now has a lower starting price point by offering the 3.0-liter as standard, with the 5.0-liter V8 as an affordable upsell rather than a giant leap. Meanwhile, the Raptor family sees a similar shakeup. The base Raptor now comes with a detuned version of this same 3.0-liter as its entry-level mill, making it several $1,000s cheaper to get into a factory-built desert runner than in 2026. Beyond the powertrain, the trim structure itself has been tightened into a more deliberate ladder. The days of 11 different F-150 variants with overlapping features and confusing price gaps are over. For 2027, Ford has consolidated down to 6 core trims: XL, STX, XLT, Lariat, Tremor, and Raptor. King Ranch and Platinum are folded into Lariat Premium packages, and Limited is gone entirely, absorbed into a fully loaded Raptor or a top-spec Lariat with every box checked. This isn't about limiting choice. It's about reducing decision fatigue and making each trim feel distinctly purpose-built. Want a work truck? XL with STX appearance? Want a tech-laden daily driver? XLT or Lariat? Want dirt and desert? Tremor or Raptor? No more overlap. No more $5,000 options that make you question which trim you actually bought. Now, if you're the kind of buyer who pores over dyno charts and towing guides, you already know the big question looming over all this. How does the new 3.0-liter EcoBoost actually compare to the outgoing 2.7-liter? Not just on paper, but in stoplight acceleration, passing power, hill climb endurance, and long-term reliability. That comparison is coming next, and I'm going to break it down with real-world data, engine teardown insights, and feedback from early fleet tests. I'll cover bore stroke differences, turbo lag characteristics, oil capacity changes, and the one hidden cooling system upgrade that Ford didn't put in the press release. So if you want the full, unvarnished truth about whether this new mill is a worthy successor or a ticking time bomb, drop a comment and let me know, because that deep dive is already in the works. And if you want to stay ahead of every real engine change, every trim shuffle, and every buried line item in Ford's internal order guides, hit that subscribe button right now. Because this 3.0-liter reveal is almost certainly not the last surprise Ford has tucked away in that 2027 order book. This is the kind of inside baseball coverage you won't get from the mainstream truck blogs, so stick around. The real story is just getting started.